It appears people who live in rural parts of the country are dying of COVID at more than twice the rate of people in urban areas. This is all according to the Rural Policy Research Institute. It found about 1 in 434 rural Americans have died from COVID since the start of the pandemic, compared to 1 in 513 urban Americans. And the CDC is now issuing its strongest recommendation yet, urging anybody who's pregnant to get vaccinated against COVID. You may remember Indiana's top docs issued the same warning about this yesterday. But it's understandable that expectant parents do have a lot of questions about this. So our Lauren Kostick looked into this and got you some answers.
ICUs are filling up with unvaccinated patients, and many of them are pregnant.
These people are young and healthy. They're not 80 years old. They're not people who've lived these long lives and with complex medical conditions. They're just pregnant.
Dr. Stacey Schmiedek sees it every day. She's a maternal fetal medicine physician at Ascension St. Vincent. And being a new mom, she gets it.
As a pregnant patient myself in 2020, and I'm still breastfeeding my 1-year-old, I can get how people are like, well, really, should I be doing this if it's so fast and it feels so new?
She says absolutely. And the newest data from the CDC supports that, saying the vaccine is safe for pregnant people, but only 31% are fully vaccinated. So here's what the recent data shows. As of September 27th, the CDC has reported 125,000 cases of COVID in pregnant people. More than 22,000 were hospitalized and 161 died, with 22 of those in August, which is the highest month in the whole pandemic. And it's not just affecting the patient, but also the baby.
The infection can cause preterm labor and then delivery. Sometimes the decision is made to deliver the baby early so that they can optimize the care for the mother.
Dr. Indy Lane with Community Health Network says it can also lead to tough decisions for families.
And when you're making the decision between a woman and her baby, it is heart-wrenching.
Doctors are pleading that people talk to their physicians if they have questions or concerns, saying it's best not to wait.
I have no agenda other than making sure that moms and their babies are safe.
The CDC is encouraging not just those who are pregnant to get vaccinated, but also those who might become pregnant or are breastfeeding right now. There is no research right now showing the vaccine decreases fertility in women or men. Well, you've got a chance to get yourself or your child vaccinated after school next week. The Children's Museum of Indianapolis is going to be partnering with the Marion County Health Department and IPS to offer a clinic next Tuesday. It'll run from 5:30 to 7:30. Anybody 12 and older can get Pfizer's COVID vaccine. They also want to make sure all students are up to date on all of their required school vaccinations, so they'll have those available for any K through 12 student as well. Researchers say the pandemic may be tied to a big drop in teen vaping. Survey results released just today show 11% of high school students said they regularly vape, and that's down from nearly 20% last year. Some experts say it makes sense given that vaping is seen as something largely a social activity among kids, and that many students stayed home from school and everything else last year. However, more than 2 million teens say they still use e-cigarettes.